Hi, I'm Louise, and this is Stevie. Thank you for checking out my channel, Raising Stevie, which is basically about getting a puppy for the first time. I've never had a dog in my life, so I had to do a lot of research before we went ahead and made that decision. And I found a lot of YouTube videos and things like that helpful. So I thought that I would do the same and just put together hopefully a week by week video of the trials and tribulations, highs and lows, do's and don'ts for anyone who might be considering getting a dog. We got Stevie, who's a golden retriever, at 6 weeks old, and he is 11 and a half weeks old now. Hey Stevie, you want to come say hi? Come say hi. They eat everything, and they double in size in the first few weeks. So I can't stress enough how much time you're going to need to give to your puppy at first. And that is potty training, crate training, just from the first couple of weeks, playtime. They need stimulation, and even though I had looked all this up, it still just doesn't prepare you for actually how much time you're going to spend with them. So I guess it depends on how busy you are, but that's just something to take into consideration, that you are going to need to give them all this time. So if you have a full-time job, whether you work from home or not, I would definitely suggest like booking a couple of weeks off when you bring your puppy home first. I'm not working right now, so I've actually had the luxury of, and my kids are in school, so I have been able to give Stevie that time. So just a couple of things that you're going to need, like the very first day that you bring your puppy home, is a crate, a pen. I would really recommend this for crate training, for nighttime, naps, it's up to you. But the pen especially is just that little place that you can put your puppy when you need to get stuff done, or they need downtime. So it's as much for you as it is for them. The size of your crate is going to depend completely on your dog. We have, like I said, a golden retriever. So we actually started off with a 36-inch crate. We probably should have gone ahead, economically speaking. We should have just got the big one. The 48-inch, I think, is one of the largest you can get. I just find that way too scary looking at first. It was just too big. So we got 36-inch with a divider, and just for the first few weeks had enough room for Stevie to be able to turn around, stand up. Don't leave them enough room so they can move all around inside the crate, because they will pee and poop in there. So that really helps with the potty training. You'll need food, obviously. So again, that depends on the kind of dog. We got a large breed puppy feed. I think it's the Blue Buffalo, and we've used that ever since. But we did for a while use the breeder. Ask, if you're going with a breeder, just ask what kind of food they're using, or the shelter, and then just slowly wean your puppy to different food if that's what you want to do. If you want to change the food, you just have to do it over time. Like, you have to mix little bits of the food together, so as not to upset their tummies. For inside the crate, it totally depends. They do recommend not to put like a bed in there. What we did was just I had a like weaning mats, but also on top of that I put a blanket that had been rubbed on the mummy dog, so that went in, and that's all they really need. They don't need like a huge big plushy bed, but I highly recommend the Snuggle Puppy, which you can get on, it's just called a Snuggle Puppy. You get it on Amazon. It has a heat pack inside and a heartbeat, and it's like a little friend, and it's a comfort for them, and that really helped with us for the first couple of nights. You don't have to go crazy and buy loads of toys. At first, a couple of little things will do, especially as the first few weeks they're going to be teething, so anything that, you know, they can chew on, just a few little toys. We even gave Stevie a couple of my son's plushies that he didn't want anymore. So anything like that, because they're going to want to play a lot, and they love to play tug of war, all that kind of stuff. So anything like that, stimulation, and they can just play around. And obviously anything that you don't care about being ruined, hide your shoes. A collar and a training leash. So a training leash are just basically the ones that don't retract, because this will be handy for when you are, especially during the night, you're taking them out to go to the bathroom and you don't want them to wander off. You want to just go straight out, bathroom, back in the crate. But it also just helps with getting them used to it and the expectation of being on a leash. So the first night's always going to be the hardest in terms of putting them in the crate, but you can't give in. That would be my advice. I would definitely not give in, but you have to just stick with it. And honestly, what I did was I pulled the mattress. I had a spare mattress in my room, and I pulled it out into the living room where we had the crate, and I slept there the first 3 nights. So that when he woke, what I did was I had the crate covered, and I would let him hear my voice, but I would not let him see me, and did not take him out. And that was honestly, I think, probably about 2-3 nights. And then he would wait for potty, but he wouldn't cry anymore. So it's definitely worth sticking with it. Okay, night 1, and we just had 10, was it maybe 10, 15 minutes of crying for the first time in the crate. But he really loves his Snuggle Puppy with the heartbeat and the heat pack and a blanket from his mummy. So this is my new, I'm going to sleep in the living room tonight. So let me see if I can see. Oh, you can't see him actually in the dark, but I'm going to sleep here. He's going to sleep, loves the puppy. Let's see how it goes. It's 20 to 11 right now. This is going to be, I'm sleeping on a mattress on the floor. And he's liking the sound of Dominic watching the UFC. So let's see how we go. Stevie.